One of the questions I'm often asked is why, when you're working on electrical work such as outlets or ceiling fans or even your switches, why do you use the insulated screwdriver? Now, it's a little more difficult to explain if you're not able to have a mechanical mindset, or if you're not familiar with electricity and doing electrical work. And I want to share with you, or rather show you, a visual as to why you should always use the insulated screwdriver versus an uninsulated screwdriver. So right now I do have the breaker off to this outlet, and you can see here we're going to use our we're going to use our non-contact voltage detector, and you can see it is showing me that there is no power going to this outlet. So here I have my top lead going to my hot, and I have my bottom lead tapping my neutral wire at the bottom, and you can see here my multimeter is showing no voltage. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to turn on the breaker to that specific outlet. You can see I do have my screwdriver still touching the hot terminal on this outlet. I want to show you something. This is my non-contact voltage detector. You can see from here I shouldn't pick up anything. I mean, I have to get fairly close for it to pick up the power. Like literally I have to tap it or touch it, but I shouldn't pick up anything. So here you can see that my voltage detector is picking up voltage going through the actual screwdriver itself. This is the handle. This is the actual tip. Right now, my screwdriver, because it's not insulated, is acting as a conductor. So if I was right now to grab the screwdriver, I would literally be shooting 120 volts through my body. You can see here, I'm reading 120 volts at this outlet. Here, I'm going to take my lead and I'm going to tap my screwdriver, and you're going to see I'm touching right here by the base. I'm getting 120 volts on my screwdriver. Now this is going to cause a problem, because if you're not familiar with electricity, if you for some reason forget to turn off the outlet, or if somebody turns it on while you're working on it and you're working, and then a lot of guys, what they like to do is they like to hold the tip and then hold this inside to remove screws, you're putting yourself in a very dangerous situation. Whereas if you're using an insulated screwdriver, you can see here, it's giving me the extra protection that is needed. I touch the tip of my screwdriver, only the tip is energized, and you can see here I have a reading of 120 volts. As always guys, safety is very important. If you do have the option and you find yourself in a field or in a trade where you are having to do electrical work, I would suggest that you do get the proper tools that is needed. You can use the screwdriver, there's no problem if you use an uninsulated screwdriver. If there's no power, or if you have it locked out, or if there's no power at the meter and things like that. But this just adds an extra peace and safety of mind while you're on a job site. I mean, you always want to be careful regardless, but having the proper tools really does help when you're working with electrical work. If this video was a help, if it was informational, please subscribe.